Hello and welcome to the upload for Tuesday the 9th of October. First, it was Google, now Xbox want to raid your personal space. First up, and Microsoft are saying screw you to your dream Nintendo Switch ports. Not happening. Our pal Phil Spencer broke the news to the world that the Xbox is going mobile with Project xCloud. xCloud will be a video game streaming service, not unlike Google's upcoming Project Stream. Project xCloud and Project Streaming. They're both basically the same name. Microsoft has noted the cloud technology, titled Azure, supports 54 regions and will make use of new tech and 5G. The reveal video also supposedly features real footage of Forza running on a mobile phone. Phil Spencer was quick to point out that they're not trying to move away from consoles, merely just trying to crush their opposition before they get ahead of them. I don't think he said crush like that. I don't think he said crush. They just want to be better than everyone else. Project xCloud will begin public trials in early 2019, working on both mobiles and tablets with an Xbox controller connected via Bluetooth. I mean, this is good, right? I mean, not good for Nintendo, like I said. No one's going to want to use or buy a Switch if you can just play AAA titles on your phone. But on top of this, on top of AAA titles, Microsoft own a bunch of indie developers. So I guess your phone might turn into like an indie developer game machine, which is pretty cool. Indie developers will be able to make good games for phones. That's pretty cool. Alright, well, stay on your phone because Nintendo still might be able to scrape a few dollars out of you. I'm sure you've seen those big dumb phone cases that look like a Game Boy but make you look like a total loser. Well, it's high time those cases look like that for a reason. And Nintendo may have found it. Nintendo have registered a US patent for a plastic case shaped like a Game Boy. Complete with working buttons, it will just slip over the top of your phone. So the case is in two parts, with the buttons resting on your screen and a cutout allowing you to see through. So here's the good bit. The buttons will function on your screen, which can only mean official emulations are coming to mobile. Is this the real life? Holy actual, I mean, there's no additional news on this thing, just the fact that there's a patent, but the last time this happened, the Switch was launched. So here's the thing. Pretty weird if they do emulations and ports to mobile, considering they're pushing the Switch as kind of being an emulation machine, bringing like NES and just a bunch of retro and arcade classics to it. So it would be weird if they bring their like OG handheld things to a phone rather than their new handheld thing, but at the same time, if it happens, if it all pans out, I'm not complaining. If I can play Game Boy games on the go again, I'm in. But something else that might pan out well is TellTale's final Walking Dead season. Unless you've been living under a Spider-Man shaped rock, you'll have heard the news of both TellTale Games studio closure and the cancellation of all their projects, apart from Minecraft story mode. So Walking Dead fans will be happy to hear that Studio Skybound Entertainment have reached a deal with TellTale to finish the season. Fun little bit of trivia for you, Skybound Entertainment's founder is Robert Kirkman, the founder of The Walking Dead's original comics. I mean, it makes sense that he'd be like, can we just go get that? Kirkman spoke at New York Comic Con over the weekend. Whilst not offering a release window, he stated, "We can't lose Clem." Make of that what you will, and make of this what you will. Cyberpunk 2077 is looking for some multiplayer help. CD Projekt Red have reached out to Canadian dev team Digital Scapes, self-professed multiplayer specialists. They handled games including Dying Light and Prototype. They like things that rhyme. This means Cyberpunk will feature multiplayer online features in some form. CD Projekt Red, however, have explicitly stated 2077 will release as a single-player title, with anything multiplayer coming later. Now, with the rise of digital and streaming services for video games, it begs the question, how well are physical games doing? And with the release of Assassin's Creed Odyssey last week, we finally know. Despite placing second just behind Forza in UK's top 40 games of the week, Assassin's Creed Odyssey has seen a 25% drop in physical purchases compared to last year's Origins. Whilst the digital buys more than made up for it, one must wonder what an impact a consistent lessening of physical sales will make on the future of gaming. I mean, probably not much, but I've found myself recently going pretty digital for video games and for movies. It's just like space, cost, and like going to the shop and speaking to someone who works in retail. Like, they're not a bad person, they just don't want to be there. I know. I worked at Toys R Us. Now, what I want to know is, are you entirely digital? Are you entirely physical? Are you in between? And why are you on any of those teams? Let me know down in the comments. I want this discussion to get on. But something we should all get on is Kingdom Hearts. As an outsider, seeing an obscene amount of iterations on the Kingdom Hearts titles made the series far too daunting for me to even touch. But emerging out of nowhere on the Square Enix store, an answer has been found. Kingdom Hearts The Story So Far brings together 1.5, 2.5 Remix, and 2.8 The Final Chapter Prologue. Is that how you name? All into a tidy collection dropping October 30th for the PS4. I'm an excited boy, but also a terrified boy. I know they're big games, and now that I can potentially play them on a console that is like underneath where I sit most of my days, that's very dangerous. Something that's really weird is it's only dropping on PS4, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is dropping on the Xbox, so I wonder if keeping the original games exclusive to PlayStation may hurt the threequel, people not being able to catch up, or in my case dive into it because they own an Xbox. You know, it might hurt your third game in the series. Well, people want it. People will play. People will do what they have to do, but something that you can do is watch the upvote. I've given up on thinking we've hit peak useless creation. I'd say Aiden Shank forcing a Wii complete with all the controls into an Altoids tin is the strangest thing you'll ever see, but next week someone will have programmed Doom onto a ruler.
Alright, well, there you go.
But that is all the gaming news I have for you today. If you enjoyed, remember you can hit that like button and also subscribe and ring the bell for more stuff. And feel free to jump on over and give our Facebook and Instagram pages their respective followables too. Also, we have a Patreon. There's now 15 beautiful humans that have dropped by and now dropped into our super secret Discord. Just $2 will also get you in there, but it's your money, so look after yourself first. And if you want to look after yourself, why don't you come down to PAX Oz? Josh and I will be there all 3 days at varying times. Just jump on over to our Facebook event and you'll be able to see where we are and what we're doing. But something we're absolutely doing is a panel in the Ibis Theatre at 9:30 p.m. on the Saturday, and we're playing games and eating snacks, and it's going to be very weird, and you're going to come along and enjoy if you can. You just need a ticket to PAX for the Saturday, and you can come on by. Don't know why I said that like that, but you know, maybe it's the end of the video. It usually is. But until the next one, the Doctor of Who. Oh, I wanted it to be smooth. Out. I do not have the new Doctor Sonic Screwdriver yet, but if you want to hear me talk about the new Doctor, there's a video up there. I review it full of spoilers, so make sure you watch the episode first, but you can watch that, you can watch a video over here, and you can also subscribe over there. I enjoyed it. Not the best thing ever, but it was pretty good. Oh, I've got some snacks over there.